Who wants to be cute little creatures and get a new hobby? I have been meaning to try needle felting for a while now. I've seen people like Rachel Maxey you do needle felting and make the absolute cutest creatures for the mental health. So imagine my surprise when I go to visit my parents, which is where I'm currently at. You'll notice my setting is different. Go visit my parents and I show up, go downstairs to drop off my stuff, and sitting on my bed is a box, and I open that box and it's a bunch of needle felting kits. So today we're gonna try out needle felting for science, of course, because this is a science channel, so let's do it. I got a couple of kits and I am actually just gonna choose to start with the dinosaur one because number one, dinosaurs, and number two, it says fun and easy. That sounds like a good place to start. So let's, oh gosh, open this bad boy up. Let's see what we're dealing with. Okay. Booklet. Our fluff. I think this is a pad for the needle felting. Something that says, caution, very sharp. More fluff, and the rest of this is all fluff. All right. I'm gonna start reading the instruction manual, and scientist Brianna, this is crafting Brianna right now. Scientist Brianna is going to tell you what the heck is needle felting in the first place. So while crafting Brianna is making her dinosaur, we're gonna actually get down to the science of what needle felting is. So needle felting on the grand big level is taking wool, stabbing it a bunch of times with a needle, and causing those fibers to interlock with each other. And we can stab it multiple times and create different shapes, and the more we stab it, the more the fibers intertangle and the tighter the shape will become. Alright, so we got the gist. We're just stabbing wool over and over again until it forms the shapes we want it to. Let's try it. The instructions have me start with making a ball, so I'm gonna do that. So I take a little piece of my white fleece, take a needle. These needles actually kind of terrify me. And we stab. I don't know how hard to stab. I do know I'm kind of terrified of stabbing my finger. Okay, so I have a ball or a ballish object of wool that I just made by repeatedly stabbing this over and over again. I consider that a good enough tutorial to start working on a dinosaur. The first one up in the kit is a Brachiosaurus, so let's just make a Brachiosaurus. This uses white, purple, and pink. I don't really know how much of each to use, but I'm just gonna grab some off and see what happens. I guess I can always add more. It says it's easier to add more than it is to take it off. We can work with that. Okay. Stabbing, away we go. Don't stab the fingies, don't stab the fingies. The reason this works has to do with the composition of wool and what it looks like at the molecular scale. If you remember back, I don't even know how long ago, when I did a video on what are yarn fibers made out of, different fibers are made out of different materials. So like polyester or acrylic yarn are all made out of repeating units of plastic, they're plasticky. Cottons and bamboos, plant-based yarns have cellulose fibers. Celluloses are sugars or carbohydrates. And then wools, mohair are all animal fibers are called keratinous, or like the keratin that makes up your hair and fingernails, because they're animal hair. And the structure of keratinous fibers, specifically wool, but all kind of animal fibers, are very different from plant fibers, very different from synthetic fibers. And that difference is what lets wool be felted, but not maybe like cotton or acrylic. And if we take a look at them underneath a microscope, we can see that difference. So if you notice, the wool fibers are very scaly, for lack of a better term. They all have all these hooks or scales on them, and the other animal fibers do as well, just to a lesser degree. If you take a look at the plant fibers or the silk or the synthetic fibers, they're a lot smoother. And if you were to look at a piece of human hair, it would look more similar to those animal fibers than the other ones. Those little scales are what enables those fibers to lock up with each other. As we're stabbing and stabbing that wool with needles, and the needles themselves have little scales or barbs on them, the wool is grabbing onto each other and can eventually felt. So, back to Brianna's dinosaur, that's just why the heck is needle felting working in the first place? I have made the tail, the body, and the legs, and the head, and it's time to actually put them onto the body, but first I thought we would take a little puppy break. This is my favorite puppy. Her name is Kona, and she is the sweetest dog that I have ever met. Will you look at the camera? Hi, yeah. Kona! Konas. Oh, that's a nice puppy. That's a nice puppy. Puppy break. You're so cute. Oh, good girl. Okay, so I have a thing that actually looks like a dinosaur. It's like a white backdrop. Are you impressed? I'm kind of impressed. So now I get to put on the dots and his eyeballs. Let's do that. Okay. Yo. Okay, so roll some small pink dots for the body and poke them on. Little polka dots, okay. And now we do the eyeballs. Okay. Oh, geez, he's getting lopsided. And then we just need the teensiest amount of black for a pupil. Baby! Oh my goodness. I gotta get closer. Let me grab my camera. Here's the finished little dinosaur. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. It's a little special because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But look at him. If anybody has a name idea for this lovely cute guy, let me know in the comments below. But thank you for joining me on my needle felting adventure today as we make something adorable and talk about the science behind why the heck this can even happen in the first place. If it weren't for wool's interlocking properties, this guy wouldn't exist. Bloop, 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 bloop. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you have a name for him, drop it in the comments. And as always, keep it sciencey.